do you think about people in Congress trading in stocks and shares that they regulate, or even the sort of, if not nepotistic, somewhat uneasy expenditure of, for example, the Pelosi's? Not that I'm alleging that anything corrupt happens between Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi, but his ongoing investment and success in big tech companies when she has the regulatory capacity that she does within Congress around those institutions. Would you do anything to prevent people in Congress buying and selling stocks in companies that they're involved in the regulation of?
Yes, I don't think it's right. I actually talked about this in my second book, Nation of Victims. I just think it doesn't make any sense. And this is why, even though it's not legally required, even before I started this presidential campaign, I put my personal investment portfolio, I put a third person in charge of it who trades that portfolio. Because why? Why? It's not like most of these people, by the way, I'm almost giving them helpful advice. They'll probably do better if they actually leave those decisions to a third party. I know these people. I know most of these congressmen. These are not people who should be trying to tinker around in the stock market. The only way they're going to make money is if it was based on information that they have that's asymmetric. Otherwise, they're going to do worse than a monkey throwing darts at a target. Okay, so that's a monkey would be better picking their stocks than they would be, unless it was for corrupt reasons. And so why even foster the appearance of that corruption? That's part of what public service is about. I'm open to a conversation to say that, okay, well, should their pay increases keep up with inflation? I don't love that, but that's a small, tiny fraction of the federal budget. And if that's a trade for actually keeping out the corruption that otherwise finds itself in, for people to say, well, I need to make money through the back door instead, that's going to be a good thing for the country. And I practice what I preach. I believe in total transparency, even though it hasn't been legally required. This is unprecedented. In the early weeks of this campaign, I published 20 years of my own tax returns. I just want to set the example that I want to see of other people in government. And, I'm proud that people can see the investments that I've held. I've invested millions of dollars in companies like Rumble at an early stage with their private companies. That's great. That is how I've made my money. I've built Roivant. I've built Strive. And I'm proud of that. But I think that people deserve to see it transparently. And I think that in Congress, I just don't think that the culture of hiding is good for building public trust.
And I'll tell you something else that's quite good is that I didn't know that about you. I didn't know you'd invested in Rumble. And as far as I know, no one's gone to us, get Vivek on. He's an investor. This is the first I've heard of it. Chris, I'm in contact with Chris Pavlovsky, who's the CEO. It's the first I've heard that you've invested. So congratulations and thank you.